ACC volleyball tonight as the Miami Hurricanes come to Jeremy Gym to take on the Clemson Tigers. Hi, everybody. Bob Rathman, Keely Evelyn. It's great to have you with us tonight for ACC volleyball. Everything about 2020 can be summed up in one word: strange. And that certainly applies to volleyball for these two teams. Miami's already played half of their allotted 8 games in this southern pod. The Clemson Tigers, Keely, have yet to play a match.
That's right, but Bob, you don't care if you have to put a mask on. You don't care if you have to go to virtual school. You just want to play volleyball, so you're happy to be back in the gym.
Tonight, 2 sophomore setters will be going at it for Miami and Clemson tonight, and both have a ton of talent.
That's right, Savannah Vach for Miami. She has a lot to work with this year. A lot of young players are stepping in major roles. Look for her to run a very diverse offense.
And for Clemson, McKenna Slavic did the starting role last year, and now anchors that line for Clemson.
That's right, and when Clemson can pass, they can run the offense that McKenna Slavic knows that's in her. She likes to go fast. She has athletes that are high jumpers, and she can work them in all different sets.
Miami and Clemson, our matchup tonight from Clemson, South Carolina. We'll get the match going for you when we Clemson Tigers tonight meet the starters. And keep your eye on the Russian front. You can't miss her. It's 6'6", the redshirt senior, Elizita Lukianova.
You got it right, Bob. There you go.
And she is tremendous. The Clemson Tigers, lots of changes. And if you haven't been keeping up with Clemson, there's a couple of notable absences.
Yeah, you're missing your 2 starting outside hitters from last year. Well, they were injured even last year and the year before. But Soleil Thomas, number 22, that's the one you're going to want to look out for.
Miami will get the match underway. First serve belongs to redshirt freshman Angela Grieve. What kind of a match do you anticipate, Keely?
Well, the advantage that Miami has right now is that they've already played 4 matches, so those nerves, those first game nerves are out of there. And then you have Lukianova, but not with a strong Clemson block. Okay, number 24, Cameron Hanna. Remember her name. She is a freshman putting down her first stuff block in the Clemson Tiger uniform.
Well, you know that had to feel good first match as a freshman to come up with a big block on Lukianova. And it is 2-0 Clemson.
You know, Bob, in those pre-game practices, we watched Clemson serve corner to corner. So you're seeing Cameron Hall taking it from one side and working that deep corner and that serve on the other.
And we have a timeout.
I think you're allowed the challenge call early on. Do you love when I say challenge? And I'm from Michigan. I can just hear it in my nose, but they're taking the challenge just to see if that serve was in or out. So let's see.
Well, the question, was it touched?
And it's all about the spin of the ball. So if you can see it, sometimes you're hoping for the foul ball if you're Clemson serving, so you're hoping it did go off of the player's arm. But Grieve looks like she's honest, going to her coach, "Coach, I didn't touch that ball."
What would you expect her to say?
You know, when you use a challenge call, it's really important that you are honest with your coach, because otherwise you're going to be running a lot of sprints tomorrow in practice.
5 miles at 5 a.m. for 55 straight days.
We've been there, done that. Yeah, one time I actually went for a pancake, which was a flat hand on the ground, and I did not get the ball up, but we all fought for the ball, and my coach was going crazy that we got the ball up, and I just laid low. I wasn't honest with my coach, and I definitely heard about it the next day.
The challenge is upheld.
Good camera work. That's why you're honest with your coach. You have to be, Bob.
Priscilla Hernandez, the libero, serving for Miami. And another block. But this one goes out.
So the difference with that swing, Lukianova took both swings early on. The first swing, she went cross court and she got blocked. So this side, she decided to work the line off the off-blocker's hand to get the tool out of bounds.
Lukianova is averaging 2.56 kills per set.
Very impressive. And you know, last year she averaged more, but this year Miami has more depth. So those balls by Vogt are spread out among all the hitters.
McKenna Slavic to serve. And Miami goes up 3-2.
And what growth from Lauren Tarnoff taking those swings. From just last season to this season, the connection between setter and middle looks fantastic.
Savannah Vogt with the jump serve. And hammered by the Clemson Tigers.
This is what makes McKenna Slavic so good. She got beat by the middle, and she comes right back at Miami with her middle attack.
Soleil Thomas with a service error.
You know, Soleil, for the last 2 seasons, she was not a server. So actually, that was like a first game back almost as a freshman, walking in, taking those serves.
It's okay, Keely, to have butterflies. You just hope they fly in formation.
Yeah, and they fly away quick, right, Bob?
Did not get it over. 4-4.
And this is the difference. Now you're seeing Clemson, you want to rely on this home court advantage, though not so much that there's a lot of fans here because of the rules they have to stay under, but just knowing the gym and knowing what to do.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah, there's not much you can do if you would have your hands drop. Look at Soleil Thomas with her hands down. There's not much protection you have toward that face, but great swing. You'd love to see that.
Liao the serve. It's somewhat here at Jeremy Gym, somewhat of a low ceiling.
It is. So if it touches the ceiling on your side and you have an extra contact, for example, you haven't used your 3 contacts, you can still play the ball.
There you see it. Now it's already come into play a couple of times here in the first set.
And that's that Jeremy Gym home court advantage if you're Clemson, because you practice in this facility. So you're used to digging a ball, letting it go off the ceiling, and then playing it again like it's nothing.
The set and the point. And again, great timing.
Great timing, but she came a little under that ball, caused that ball to go long. But Cameron Hanna, that was a good set. She just did not snap on that ball.
Miami up 7-5. And that one goes long. Service error from Miami.
Kalani Avalu taking those strong serves. Watch her hit also in that back row. I'm sure she wants that one back, though.
Slavic serving. And it's long. A long hit by Tarnoff.
And Bob, you're seeing their game plan from the get-go when Miami is trying to force that middle attack, establishing that early on so they can go to those major pin hitters that they have with Lukianova and Grieve.
Just to fracture the 7-7 draw. Beautiful block.
I just love watching Angela Grieve play. She is such a competitor, only a redshirt freshman, so this is her first year rocking a Hurricane uniform there to play. And even Coach Keno said, you know, I knew she was a competitor, but I didn't know that she would compete this hard.
Ties it at 8.
But guess who came to the front row for Miami? You got Lukianova ready to take a big swing.
Nice save.
I'm 6'6". I can make that save, right?
Clemson gets the point.
Going for the soft because Soleil Thomas knows that number 9, Lukianova, is a huge blocker in front of her, so goes for the soft shot, and then that's how you catch a blocker, falling down, catching the top of that net.
10-8 Clemson. For a first match, Keely, Clemson looks pretty good.
They do. You know, this is you work out the nerves, and with nerves also come adrenaline. Ashton Albert stepping in for the block.
10-9. Ashton Albert's number 15. You're looking at head coach Michaela Franklin. We were talking to her earlier in the week, and she's just so happy to have a match to play. Echoing the thoughts and feelings of her team.
Right, that's right. You play in a mask, like I said. You play however you want. You just want to play against somebody that's not your teammate. So you have a different look across the net. Great side set by Slavic, and then off the outside hands of your strongest blocker, Lukianova.
Tell you what, you've got to be some kind of strong at that net.
Yes, you do, and this is 1-for-1. You know how somebody, like basketball, somebody dunks on you and then another person comes down, dunks on you again? That's what we just saw happen. Lukianova took the same shot Soleil Thomas did on her.
12-10. Service errors piling up here for Miami.
This is what happens. Miami's gym's a little further back, so that depth perception when you come into Clemson's gym really gets you.
These teams are meeting on consecutive days. In fact, we'll have both matches for you on your original sports network tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. As the ACC's 15 teams are broken into 3 different 5-team pods.
Ooh.
That time for Miami.
Kalaniavalu with the stuff block, pretty much solo, because the middle, Leah wasn't there on the close. Great lineup and stuff.
The senior from Utah. And the Tigers go up by 13-12.
Colleen Finney, number 13 on your screen. She does a really good job snapping on that ball to create that top spin to drop it into the deep spot.
Ashton Alberts with the serve. And Miami evens things at 13.
Now that is just pretty. So you get one-on-one in the middle. Your setter, Vach, knows that she's in a 3-hitter rotation, and you have to commit on Kalaniavalu on the right side, leaving Leah one-on-one. I mean, you're going to win that battle every time.
Into the net. Point Miami.
Okay, Leo, I see you. She first got the kill and then goes back for the ace. This middle can do it all.
Kept alive, but point Miami. Good rally. 15-13.
That's right. Number 4, Lauren Tarnoff on your screen, does a great job being disciplined in the middle. Hanging strong.
Miami goes up 15-13. We'll take a quick break.
Connecting you out. Defend Clemson. Looking good there. For Clemson, you got to stop those outside hitters. Lukianova figured out she can go line. She got blocked early on going cross court and pushed the tempo. But Kenna Slavic, when she's in system, which means at the net physically, she's doing a good job running that fast attack.
Ken Ogandaro, the head coach of Miami in his 8th season. Last year, 6-12 in the ACC. And Keely, you feel like Miami's one of the most improved teams in the conference.
This is the best Miami team I've seen in 4 years. And what Coach Keno knows, he's a very patient man. He knew what was coming in. So Angela Grieve, she came in with an, great block over here. Sometimes it hits the net and goes down in your favor. Count that too.
Colleen Finney, the freshman, with the spike.
You gotta love seeing a setter set a freshman and get that connection. That's the third attempt Finney has had by her setter Slavic.
Clemson pulls within one.
Well, it's pretty obvious where Miami thinks they can get kills off of Clemson. The last 4 hits along the outside hitter have been along the line. But that one went out of bounds.
Again, big swing, but out of bounds.
Deciding to mix it up. She didn't get it along the line, and actually I thought she had it, but didn't get the high enough set to swing on that first ball. And this one, take it cross court, changing it up.
Keely, you've played in this place. Usually it is as raucous of venue as there is in the ACC. A little different with the limited fans being allowed to come in tonight, but still quite noisy.
Yeah, the best thing about this gym is that it's small. A lot of times you think you have to be in a bigger arena and play, but because this is pretty small, you have a 1-court facility. When you practice, you break it up into 2, that the fans feel like they're still on top of you. You can feel a good energy in here.
Tied at 17. Service error, Miami.
And usually those are like the preseason nerves when you come in and you miss 2 serves in a row. You just settle down and just get your practice serve back.
That is the 5th service error for the Canes. Clemson charged with 6. For the Tigers, McKenna Slavic with the serve. Started all 29 as a freshman last year out of St. Charles, Illinois.
You know, a lot of times in practice, you work on passing, you work on hitting, but Coach Michaela Franklin spends a lot of time working on serving and making that serve low and flat, close to the net tight.
Miami comes back. What are the advantages to that type of a serve for Clemson?
When it's low and flat, it catches you pretty high, that little drop. It's almost like a knuckleball, like in baseball. When that knuckleball comes at you, it floats and hangs, and if it's at a flat angle, it's really hard to pass because it gets on you faster than you think.
This hit there by Miami.
So when Bach continues to set her middle, that they know it's working for you, but you underset, and that was a smart idea to make, but the connection just wasn't there between Tarnoff and Bach on that.
A big swing of Lukianova.
You know, I watch Lukianova and I think, okay, she's 6'6". She probably has about 6'6" wingspan, but imagine that, adding some jump. That's a high attack that you're jumping and hitting over blocks. And that's what she did right there.
Clemson getting the point, 21-19. Colleen Finney subs in. Janice Leao, number 17 for Miami.
That's it.
With the touch. And Miami gets the point.
So you saw what the middle just did and tried to tip it to that spot. Tarnoff tried to do it on the previous one, but this time Leao got the kill. Bob, we love watching you play already. Janice Leao with some quick kills, and you gotta love a sophomore to sophomore combination with the setter and Leao as the middle.
Beautiful block up front by Clemson. Finney.
I am just loving the play of Lukianova. She hits high, and then when she wants to, she hits hard into the block to test that, and that ball went down the front of those blockers.
beautiful setup. Gets Clemson in front.
So in that previous Clemson rotation, McKenna Slavic is actually back row. She cannot attack the ball. And Liao made the mistake thinking McKenna Slavic was in the front row, jumped with the setter, but then left the Clemson middle, one-on-one, one-on-none for the put away.
And a little deception.
This is what makes McKenna Slavic great. She has so many tools in her toolbox. She hasn't used her tip yet. She's a very aggressive setter, and that one she knew that defenders were sitting deep and could drop it.
And Clemson now leading 23-21 as we come toward the end of this first set. I've been impressed with the freshman Colleen Finney. What a debut so far.
Yeah, Colleen Finney likes to snap on the ball. I love to see good trained middles going up. And the funny thing about Finney is she can run on the right side and outside. She's so versatile that she can do anything.
She's in school, number 13 we're speaking of, in school with her twin brother. Mom went here, undergraduate, graduate school. Sister graduated Clemson in 2019. So even though she's outside Columbia, there was no doubt she was coming to Clemson.
Oh, I bet she was wearing orange as a baby. They had her ready.
Got a tailgate, right? They train them young here at Clemson. We will be back tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, as Miami and Clemson close out the two-match series. And again, just to explain about ACC volleyball, there's 8 matches for the 15 clubs, but they're all being played in 5-team regional pods. So you play the other 4, and Miami, as we mentioned, has already played 4 matches, winning 3, losing 1. And they just got finished at Wake Forest. They split a pair of 5-setters with Georgia Tech and then swept Wake Forest last weekend. So now they get a chance to play these Clemson Tigers. This is the opening weekend for the Tigers. Just as we said in the open, crazy.
It is 2020. Crazy. And how does that song go? Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? Because I tell you, Bob, in the spring, if you miss the spring, you don't enjoy those workouts. Those early morning where you're training. But then when you don't have it, you miss it. And then you're just excited to get back in the gym.
I used to listen to Joni Mitchell on my 8-track. It was great.
You got Jerry Mitchell. I got Janet Jackson in my head doing that same song.
23-22. Blocked. Expertly.
That's a second block setup by Kalaniuvalu on that right side. And this time, Liao with the beautiful close to put that down to bring Miami tied right now with Clemson.
Which way is this first set going to go?
You know, it comes down to passing and then who can execute the right shot. So that time, Ashton Alberts went down into the block. Well, she has to understand, hey, you don't have setter Vach up there. Kalaniuvalu is the right front blocker, just a bigger blocker, and you have Liao, one of a sophomore, more experienced blocker. You got to go high and deep with those shots. Check out this strong block. Instead of going down, you have to work that shot a little higher and deeper on the court. But smart, low set. That was just a beautiful read and a great setup by Kalaniuvalu.
Often in volleyball, teams will get a little momentum, start to rip off some points. But so far, that hasn't happened in this match. Neither team has been able to get ahead by more than 2 points. And now, coming down to the end of the set, tied at 23. This is exciting.
Yes, it is. And Bob, because nobody really got the momentum, because you're looking at the stats, and I'm going, Miami has 5 missed serves. Clemson has 7 missed serves. Okay, Clemson, yes, this is your first game back. The nerves are there. And then Miami coming into a new gym. Watch for the second set. Those numbers are definitely going to drop.
It's so different from Miami. Last weekend, they're playing Wake Forest in cavernous Lawrence Joel, this big basketball arena, and now they come to Derby Gym, and it's a complete exact opposite.
Exactly. Different environment, different, but the court is the same size. Size is just the depth perception. Watch the middle to be set in this rotation. Didn't get the pass.
Miami.
That was a smarter shot by Alberts to take. It went high. She just wasn't able to. She cut it at a hard angle instead of going a little deeper on that shot.
Substitution in for the Tigers.
Set point. And Miami equalizes. Gets the point and goes up 25-23. What a nice finish to that first set for the Canes.
And this is the wall we're talking about. Going up strong between Liao and Kalaniuvalu, putting it down. Miami going up first set on Clemson.
Miami with an impressive finish to that first set to take it 25-23.
Coach Kendall's got to be happy with his team's performance, coming back from behind to pull out that set. And for Clemson, they just have to figure out how to get their offense going. If McKenna Slavic is in system, she can work those middle attacks and get Soleil Thomas back in this game.
Let's take a look at the first set statistics. We talked a lot about the service errors. Here's the rest of the numbers.
For Miami, with those 21 attacks, 5 of those go to Lukianova. Number 9 is she decided to work the line shot. And then across the board, look at those hitting percentages. Like, guys, not looking too strong. A lot of times, those missed serves and then the early swings going into the net and out of bounds. Watch this second set. The players are going to settle down. Those nerves are out. Now they're in the flow of the game.
Miami's Janice Liao, sophomore from Massachusetts, terrific at Wake Forest. Her best attack percentage of the season. Career high 65%. We've seen already a terrific blocker.
That's right. And of her 3 swings, on 4 attempts, she's hitting 750 today. So pretty much everything she's putting up is going down.
One of the COVID changes is that the teams will stay at their end of the gym for the entire match.
Yeah, the funny part is it's not like tennis where the sun makes a difference. Like, you're in indoor, that's fine. You stay on your side, I'll stay on mine. But I wonder what they're going to do with tennis now that we're talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, the sun is definitely going to make a difference.
Play at night.
Right. Yeah, we should have the shade.
McKenna Slavic serving for the Tigers.
McKenna Slavic serves to get the second set going. The set, block, kept alive. Good rally going here to open this second set. Wow. What action. That was tremendous.
You can see it already. The second set, people are settling down. That's the longest rally we've had all match. Working different shots, great scramble, and then stepping in for the block. Sophomore Ani Clark making her presence known.
That's Ani Clark. Started as a freshman out of Wheaton, Illinois. Stands 6'3". Hernandez was the server for Miami. And Clemson's going to get the point.
So when you jump from the 10-foot line but actually touch the 10-foot line or go over, it's considered a back row attack, a fault. So watch this. Kalaniuvalu puts her foot on that line and then attacks right away. The down official was on it. Good job, Susan Dodd.
Serving for the Hurricanes, number 1, Savannah Fox.
Savannah Fox serve. And the Clemson Tigers.
Soleil Thomas
Good here.
Say it again?
They're looking good here at the start of the second set.
They are, and that's the player that they have to get involved is Soleil Thomas. Making that set, she can put a lot of balls away.
Ooh. That time, Kalani Uabala slammed into the scores table.
And then she comes back for the put-away kill. What? That was impressive. She did a face slam on the table. Check this out. Like, boom, but saved. What a save. Somebody buy that man a coffee.
And clean up on aisle 3. Great block. 14 is Jenna Moore, freshman. Excuse me. 14 for Miami is Angela Grieve.
Grieve recognized Soleil Thomas was coming all the way in and stepped in front of her. That's like a senior play as a redshirt freshman. Amazing.
Clemson gets the block.
Like Clemson, because they have so many new players playing, they're going to try to take any momentum that they can. So this one, just going into the net, no touch by Clemson, but hey, sometimes you're like, hey, coach, put that as a stat, like pretend I blocked that.
That's right. They'll get a block from the coach.
That's right. Put it up. Push in my stats, please.
This has to go over. It does. And another long rally here in set 2. A well-earned point for Clemson.
Coach Michaela Franklin told us we're going to see a lot of young players getting in some big-time roles. So Kate Long, number 10, working different shots, and we see her really step into that outside hitter role because there has been a void there.
Crystal Childs serving for Clemson. And the point belongs to the Tigers.
Just the patience and scramble when the opposing team is playing into the net. Clemson's blocker, Finney, was just there waiting for the ball to pass, and it dropped.
6-4 Clemson as they look to even things up.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
In Spain, we had a saying, it would say, "Como te la," which pretty much means you're about to eat this. And this one going down over the block. What a jumper. This is only her sophomore season. She has improved so much from freshman year to now.
Janice Lee out with the serve after the kill and kept alive by the Tigers. Into the net. Point Clemson.
Great hustle by Miami, and Clemson pulling off some big-time points just to keep the momentum on their side.
Keely, the point you made a minute ago is such a good one. Into the second set, and now we're starting to play. Your nerves are out of the way. You're getting the longer rallies. A lot of playmaking going on.
Yeah, it's like those early free throws. When you're on the line, you know, you take it, you just get your rhythm back, and then you're starting hitting your shots. Catching the friendly net roll onto Clemson's side. You'll take it right there. Tarnoff with the easy kill over that net.
Is a challenge coming here? Coach Franklin is up.
I think they're talking rotations, who is in and who is off.
Okay.
Because I'm surprised. I'm like, challenge, that ball rolled on the net.
Yeah.
There you go.
All squared away now. Keno gets a clarification. Alani Uvala is ready to serve for Miami. I think we're ready for play.
Yeah, and as a coach, you can go over to the down official and ask what rotation you're in. There you go.
Miami tied at 7.
Just staying in it. Angela Grieve going deep corner. I actually thought libero Maddie Howell had a play on that, but just not able to connect. And we're coming back to Janet Kaliniavalo's awesome topspin serve. You know, Bob, we may not have the crowd noise that you're seeing in the NBA bubble, but this DJ is rocking it in here.
I think this is awesome. Given all the restriction, there's a lot of students here. This is great.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah.
The players, I'm sure, are not missing a beat. Even though people ask me, how can they breathe wearing masks? I was like, guys, they have high-tech breathable masks out there.
And all the songs that he's playing, I have in my personal Spotify playlist. So it's great. It's working out perfectly.
Next to your I Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone song, right?
Exactly.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts, Bob.
Taking a spill, and time is called. That's Angela Grieve. And a hush comes over the crowd. Let's see what happened here. Boy, she is limping off.
Yeah, this is a hard one because the girl that jumps the highest and lands last is the one that rolls her ankle when one player comes under the net. And that time, you saw Colleen Finney just coming under on that slide attack. And then the high jumper, oh goodness, I don't even want to see this angle. I've been there, done that. But honestly, as I continue to play, even professionally, I was the girl landing first, which is always safer for your ankles because the high jumpers, like you're seeing with Angela Grieve, if you land last and the girl comes under, that one gets your ankle.
They're attending to Angela at the end of the bench. Meanwhile, back to serve. Kaliniavalo. Service error for the Canes. Tied at 8. Set 2 from Tigertown.
Serving for the Tigers.
Freshman Colleen Finney with the serve.
Nice shot.
Clemson comes right back. 9-8.
Cameron Hanna looked like she was going to go cross court and then decide to work it line, but everything about her body told the block, hey, I'm going cross court, and then works that tool line out of bounds.
How about this?
Great job by Vach, setting that middle in transition, knowing that Grieve was on the bench. Mikalina Roloff steps in in that front row, but that connection with the middle was there, and Vach chose the right option.
To the Tigers.
That's something that's scouted. So when you are in with your coach, you're watching the defense of the opposing team, and at one point the coach just freezes the screen and you see the base. So that's the starting point of the defenders. So right there, the second one she did, she knows it's there.
The point about watching tape, watching film, Coach Kenna was telling us Clemson might have a little advantage because we have no tape on them for this team this year. They've got 4 matches to watch of us.
Right, and even Coach Franklin did not even know who actually the starting lineup was going to be, so how is anyone else going to know?
Right.
Wow.
Great dig. But Miami down 11-9 now. Check this.
This is called a pass to attack. So in transition, great swing. I thought it was going down, but senior Maddie Howell with the dig. But guess what, Bob? You almost want to hit your teammate because they got a net violation on that awesome dig.
And it's out. 12-10 Clemson.
But this is where you get in a hitter's head. So Maddie Howell, number 19 on your screen, just dug that hard hit by Lukianova. Lukianova on this previous swing decided to take it line, took it a little too wide, got it out of bounds. Point Clemson.
And there's service error by Cameron Hanna.
That's really hard because the momentum was flowing to Clemson's side. So if you're for Clemson, you're like, oh, dang, those missed serves at that time, not the right time.
Tigers up 13-11.
Number 19.
So 34, Ani Clark on your screen. She played club volleyball with setter McKenna Slavic. They know how to create that connection. Looks great. Bob, I'm going to ask you a question. How do you stop that?
I'll get back to you on that one. I'm not really sure.
The answer is you don't. If it's high enough and quick enough, that ball is going down from Liao.
That was in 14-12.
You gotta love this if you're Coach Franklin, seeing your freshman Kate Long taking swings from the back row and now up the line from the front row. That's some bright future ahead of you.
One thing that I'm so impressed with Coach Franklin, her spirit and her attitude. I mean, you just watching her, we're just right behind the Clemson bench where we're broadcasting from. And she is just, I mean, every coach is into the match, but I mean, she is just so positive and the reactions are just so genuine.
And you ask Coach Franklin, hey, what do you like to do in your off time? She watches a lot of volleyball. She just loves this game, and you can see it all over, I would say all over her face, but she does have a mask covering that right now.
And the Tigers break the tie. Brings us to a timeout with the Clemson Tigers ahead of Miami 15-14 in the second set.
So McKenna Slavic is a setter. You don't always get to hit, but when you do, you feel like $1 million. So when you get a point for your team, your entire team celebrates that point. Clemson going up 15-14 in this.
In their 2020 debut. Clemson serving. Freshman Kate Long. Big time kill.
Michalina Rolla stepping in because the injured Greed had to take her step out on the bench. Throwing up an off-speed shot down the middle seam of that ball to get it to drop. Her teammates are really happy for her because she works extremely hard in practice.
Kalani Abalu ready to go.
That was a great set.
Big swing. And at the net. that gap.
Number 13,
That slide attack is really working for her. But you're seeing Miami's blockers with this because you know even Finney wasn't your fault. It was a tight set the previous ball, but jumping back and away because you know she might come under again. So that's still in your head as a blocker. That's what we call in volleyball, thank you. So when you hit the ball out of bounds, but the opposing team touches the net, you get the point, you're like, hey, thanks for that. I didn't get the error.
Serving number 8,
16 all.
The beauty about Cameron Hanna is that she touches, and get this, Bob. She touches 10-8. That is a high jumper, so you're going up and over blocks, and that time, even if throwing not even a hard ball, but going through the hands, causes the misdirect. Pretty.
Point for the Hurricanes.
Lukianova identified she had a seam and the ball was tight, so she just went in with a quick snap down, and I think that ball only went about 13 feet back.
That goes wide.
Good attempt.
18-17.
Good attempt by Liao to drop in that tip ball, but Maddie Howell, the libero for Clemson, was all over that. And then, unfortunately for Clemson, that back row attack just went a little long.
Miami's libero, Priscilla Hernandez with the serve. Clemson gets the point to tie it.
On the previous tack, we saw Lukianova go high snap in because of tight ball, and Soleil Thomas was like, hey, I can do that too. Here it is, over pass, kill.
Nice touch at the net for the point. Ani Clark.
Ani Clark being so disciplined at the net. Watch her staying loaded, and just great vision and eye work to be ready for that ball.
I got to ask you, Keely, in a match like tonight, how much of this is planning and how much of it is improvisation? As tightly contested as this match has been.
So just imagine it's like if you don't get the pass, you can't do much. So that first ball contact is everything because you have a game plan. So when the scramble happens, when that pass and you see the setter run really far, it's called out of system. So she runs really far and tries to make a play. Those are the scramble balls. But when a setter gets a good pass and she's physically at the net, that's when you see the plays work. Like that is a play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the bump set that Kalaniavalu just received, that was the scramble ball, and I thought that ball was in from our angle. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Keno challenges it right now.
And that's exactly what's happening. So a quick check. Let's see what we can see.
That bump set, the scramble play, Kalaniavalu taking it deep corner. So the first thing you look at, was it touched? No, it looked like it cleared the blockers a little bit. Ooh, that's a good camera work, but I don't know, Bob. I'm going in. What are you going?
See what we can see on this. It's coming right in that corner.
Ooh, that looks out on this angle. You know in the Wimbledon or US Open how they squish the tennis ball in like an oval?
Yeah.
Yes, but there's no squish in the volleyball.
We'll put that in the budget for next season. Right now, 21-19, but checking on a crucial point here for the Canes.
Yeah, from the end zone angle, I'm going to say that ball was out.
If I had to make the call, I would say that's a 2. Too close to call. 2?
Okay, I'll give you that. Very too close to call. So it's a 2-pointer or 2 thumbs up as a replay. Let's talk this one through. You know you warm up for so long, right? And then you're out there playing those 2 sets, and then you get a long challenge call like this. You have to like re-warm up. Oh, I'm seeing a little Wimbledon action. Gosh, I would hate to be the down official. She kept the calls out. Too close to call.
Great work at the truck. But when you have John Cook producing and John Tackett directing, I would expect nothing less.
I almost want to hear what they would call that. What did you guys see? You know what I just saw is Liao taking another cross-body kill. Just hard to stop. That hitting percentage is out of this world.
22-20.
Perfect long set by Slavic to Soleil Thomas. Soleil Thomas hits really well when the set's closer to the net, so she can see the block. When it's slightly off is where she has some trouble. But look for that to happen a little more this match.
Crystal Childs with the serve for Clemson. And the Tigers go up 23-20.
As a blocker, when you get beat 3 times in a row, you take it personally. And these 2 freshmen stepping in, identifying, hey, I don't care if the outside hitter gets a kill. I'm going to step in and try to help block with Liao. And you're seeing a double block, identifying where she was, and the stuff going down.
Clemson men's soccer next match is against Wake Forest on Tuesday, October the 13th at 7
Yeah, just a pure commit. And hopefully Bach realizes that and can go to her new outside roll on the outside. Great block.
23-20. Clemson looks to even the match. The Canes team that you talk, Keeley, about their improvement. But this is still a very young volleyball team.
Yeah, both
you got
teams.
6 freshmen, 11 underclassmen.
That's right. Both teams are very young. And Coach Franklin even said, hey, we're going to come out with this starting lineup, but we're going to mix it up because we don't know what these young players can do during this game situation. And you're seeing number 10 on your screen, Kate Long stepping in on a big block, followed by Finney in that middle. A lot of young faces there.
Very impressive debut for this Clemson team. Miami coming in at 3-1 and all the games, of course, in the ACC. Childs to serve again. Wow.
That's what you call a coach's point. So when a coach calls a timeout and the server misses the serve, that point belongs to the coach on the timeout call. Freeze that server.
hammered. And now the Clemson Tigers are at set point.
Going down the line shot. This is the beauty with young players. You don't know what you're getting, and Kate Long is showing her presence early on. First with the block and then that kill.
And it's even at 1-1.
The last 3 points belong to 3 freshmen on the Clemson side to pull off that set. You're seeing it. Cameron Hanna, I'm impressed with you.
Clemson comes back to win set number 2, and we are 1-1 at Derby Gym. ACC volleyball coming your way tonight. Miami and Clemson. The football guys will go at it Saturday, but tonight it's volleyball.
That really hurt Miami with that rolled ankle, and actually, Bob, I'm shocked she's in. That looked like it hurt, but what a tough kid coming back and really trying to show up for her team tonight.
And she will serve for the Canes to start the 3rd set. The set and the point to the Canes.
Second time's a charm in that rally. Lukianova getting dug by Kate Long on the first ball and then decided to go at the block. A little off-speed shot on that swing to catch the high hands out of bounds.
Keeley, how about the Clemson freshmen, the way they've responded tonight?
I am so impressed. That pickup by Long, that was a hard hit by Lukianova. And Long was there on the pickup, and they kept the rally going. But gosh, if you got Lukianova hitting 2 balls in 1 rally, one of those are going down.
Against Georgia Tech, she had 51 total kills.
Just wow. There's nothing more than you say to that. Just wow.
ACC Co-Player of the Week for Clemson. Looking to get some momentum on their side, and they do. Big hit for Cameron Hanna, one of the freshmen we've been talking about.
Cameron Hanna, we've seen you do it on the outside, and now you are working your right side shot. Okay, now I see completely why Coach Michaela Franklin wanted you badly in a Tiger uniform.
Miami. Lukianova gets it going. She is hard to contain.
This is what makes Lukianova so great. The first was a line shot. Second one goes through the hands and gets it killed. And this one goes cross court. 3 different shots. Super hard to defend.
You still got it, kid. I am so impressed. That ball comes sailing to broadcast row, and Keeley knows the first rule of broadcasting: save the play-by-play guy.
That's right. And on this side, I had plenty of options to set. If I had my ball, I'd probably go Soleil Thomas from this angle in the front row for the put away.
I'm the one diving under the table.
These are 3 different shots by Lukianova, and then 4 off the head, really, out of bounds for the 2-point, and then the cross-court shot. Just Lukianova able to do it all, really representing. And gosh, everybody would love to be 6'6", but not everybody is this athletic. Very impressed by you.
Preseason All-ACC for Lukianova, and you see why. Miami gets Angela Green back in the lineup, and they came out refreshed to start this 3rd set.
And libero Priscilla Hernandez dropping an ace in there.
Priscilla's an interesting story. Came actually for soccer. See the end of that play.
On a fast attack, normally the blocker Vach wants to take the cross-court shot. That is just experience hit by Kate Long, number 10.
5-2 Miami. Third set.
This is the best front row for Miami. You got Liao and Lukianova. Pick your poison.
And there's Lukianova.
When you get a good passing system, setter Vach can pretty much do anything. So Liao was going up, holding two blockers, and then going down the line, recognizing Soleil Thomas was blocking cross court.
Handcuffed. Block on that one for Miami.
So this is the beauty about McKenna Slavic. She does a great job forcing the middle, and her coaches really enforce her to give her the freedom to run those fast options.
Into the net. Point to the Tigers, 6-4.
The girl closest to the table. Coach Jackie Simpson-Cure calls the offense, and you just love the momentum that Clemson's team can get. But let's not forget, Miami has Lukianova, that when you need a kill, you just throw one up for her to put it down.
Service error.
Back in for Miami.
Lukianova goes out. And Emily Damon, defensive specialist, comes in. Junior from Naples, Florida. She wears number 15.
And today's
Couple miss hits. 7-6.
Kate Long's doing everything. She's digging Lukianova up the line, getting a kill down the line, and now going for the ace. In college volleyball, the majority of liberos play in the left back position, and you see a lot of hitters have changed their shot because of those systems, so they're working more line shots or toward the middle, staying away from the libero, because both liberos out here, we've been pretty quiet, haven't really said their name.
Clemson's going to get that point.
So aggressive. You know, she's about due for one kill a set, and that one she knows was down, and she's cheering hard for her team, but you gotta love how aggressive McKenna Slavic plays.
Setters are always instrumental, we know that. But you talked about them at the beginning of our telecast tonight, how important these two setters are tonight, and we've seen a lot of their skills on display.
Definitely, and Vach setting that to Kalaniavalu, just mixing up the offense, running that diverse offense that we talked about, and Kalaniavalu hitting that line shot. Coach Keno says, hey, she's been practicing a lot better than she's been playing, but we're seeing her playing really well today.
Miami leads at 9-8, third set.
There's nothing better than a middle kill. Like when you get your middle and setter connection, that really gets momentum going because it's fast. You know, it's exciting. It's either going down for a kill or getting stuff blocked, really.
And this is the aforementioned McKenna Slavic, ready to serve. Hammered home. The kill belongs to Clemson and Cameron Hanna.
That actually just gave me chills, Bob, because Hannah tipped the first one long and then goes in for this kill on the second shot. That's how you bounce back. What a future that Clemson Tigers have in their volleyball program.
Going to Clemson. 10-9.
Nikki Rousey, the line official, was all over that touch. I was looking across the net, seeing if there was a reaction from the blockers when she called a touch. No reaction. That means it was an honest call.
That's out. Clemson struggling early in the set. They were down 5-1, now lead 11-9.
And this is the pride you take in playing in your home court. You're really fighting to defend this place.
Terrific blocks. Long rally. Touched and out. Point to Miami.
And there she is, Angela Green with the kill at the end of a long rally. That's what they missed in the previous set when she went out with the injury. Great dig by libero Priscilla Hernandez. And then when you need a kill, your outside hitters have been working for you as well. Grieve with the put away.
Grieve will serve. Lukianova has 11 kills and 4 digs so far. 11-10 Clemson. Played off the ceiling. Dropped over. Again.
Oh, come on.
A big hit. Who's going to get this point? And it's Clemson.
That point 100% belongs to Maddie Howell, libero for Clemson, with 2 incredible digs. That's how you grab the momentum and keep it on your side to push points in this set.
There we go.
13-10.
So we have Maddie Howell. She actually was a starter in that libero spot and got beat out last year, but she stayed in the grind, earned the spot this year. This is her senior year. She's going out strong, really showing great defensive effort today. There you go.
Wow. Kate Long has been impressive for Clemson. My goodness. Making her debut tonight.
Taking big swings and the great, the defense that Maddie Howell is bringing in this set is incredible. And then when it goes down the front of the block at the end of the rally, that's what you want back and want you to press over.
Canes come back to cut it to 13-12. Coaches, as you look at Maddie Howell, Clemson coach Franklin was really positive in her remarks about Howell, saying that even as a senior, her game still evolving and growing as a leader on this team.
And when you're surrounded just by Maddie Howells of the world, and you got Soleil Thomas on a great set by Slavic, put it down the line. You got to go fast if you're trying to beat a big block of Lukianova.
14-13.
I just love this. So it's one-on-one. Pretty much in basketball, when you take a guy one-on-one and then you go back and you're defended by him. So right there, Lukianova just went against Soleil Thomas, said, you did it to me, I'll do it to you.
And with that, we've got a break in the action. Or do we? No, it's tied at 14. Savannah Mock service for Miami.
And you're looking at that Miami front row block. This is the strongest block they have. So Clemson's happy to get out of this rotation.
Clemson goes in front, 15-14. We'll conclude the third set.
Succeed with 13 kills. Lukianova really showing leadership today, and I just love how she competes, and the intelligence that she has to work so many different shots is really impressive.
Coaches worry about recruiting. They didn't have to worry about it with Lukianova.
Yeah, you just keep her on your court. Last year she was on the right side. This year she transfers over inside the court to the outside roll.
Grandparents tell the coach, you know, hey, my granddaughter is 6'6", wants to play volleyball, and here she is.
The grandparents had Coach Keno at 6'6", and he's like, let me see some video of this player.
Like, if you can see over the transom, come on in. 16-14 Tigers.
And a great block by Slavic in the front row. When Lukianova is not 6'6", and she's out of the front row, then you go against a smaller attacker, but just as strong of Grieve. Going back to Lukianova on that right side where she was comfortable last year. And it's just really nice to see that she can even pass to attack on some balls. The beauty about Kate Long's technique, she comes in looking like she's going to hit cross court. Watch how her belly is turned our way. She looks like she's going to take a cross court, which causes the defense to shift left, and then she has the line shot open.
And the Tigers trying to get a little momentum here late in the set.
And Cameron Hannah was like, hey, I got it too, coming in looking like I was going cross, going line. It works, guys. Young players, that technique works at the high level.
18-16.
Angela Grieve identified the block was on her. It was right in front of her face. They had the perfect seam of the ball. Watch this line up the block. Slavic does a great job identifying the ball. Was right in, and then Grieve goes against the middle attacker that was moving to get that ball to drop.
And a terrific block. Wow. Well, that was Tarnoff, I believe.
Tarnoff with the close, and a lot of times the close happens because the setup was good. Tarnoff did a good job closing to her outside hitter Grieve to put that ball beautifully down.
Exciting rallies in this third set, second set also.
So this is what makes a setter great. You didn't get the kill on the previous attack by your middle thinny, so you go right back. This is why McKenna Slavic is like a Tom Brady in the volleyball game. Works a different offense, understands, hey, if I go somewhere else, they're not going to be on this girl, so I'm going to go right back to her.
Let's see. That point's going to belong to Miami.
You know,
19-18.
if you're watching this whole set, this whole match, you saw Grieve go up on a tight ball and roll her ankle. And now she's back in the match, and I just saw that tight ball, and I was like, girl, just keep your feet back. We don't want to see another ankle going down, but Miami gets that point. This is the matchup Clemson likes. You got Hannah over setter Bach for Miami. You go Hannah, high jumper, touches 10-8, just throw one up there, and hopefully she can go over the setter Bach.
Same result.
The beauty of this, Bob, Hannah went line on the first ball. What does the defense do? It holds strong on the line. Everybody shifts to the right. And then she decides, hey, let me mix up the shot to show even my coach, Michaela Franklin, I can do a lot. Keep me on this court.
22-18.
The momentum has shifted to the Clemson Tiger side.
Fans, it's time.
I am so impressed with the Clemson freshmen, the poise with which they played this match.
It really is incredible. You got three out there. Kate Long, Cameron Hanna, Colleen Finney. Coach Franklin told us, guys, you're going to enjoy watching them play. They're all competitors. They bought into our culture and our system and are working really hard. Look at those eyes. They're just willing to learn and just are sponges out there with whatever Coach Franklin is talking about.
Speaking of Cameron Hanna, in her debut, 12 kills, 4 digs. For Miami, Lukianova has 14 kills and 5 digs so far. We'll be right back here at Jervey Gym tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for Game 2 of the series, Miami at Clemson. Hope you can join us.
Clemson's looking good, but you're right. Those young players stepping up to big roles in Miami. What's been silent these last couple points, the middle attack. Vach is going a lot to our outside hitter, so hopefully these passers back there can pass Vach, setter Vach a good ball so she can get the middle attack going again. You got 2 more rotations, Leah. We're waiting for you too. But Clemson doesn't want you out there.
Slavic's serve. Blocked. Set. Clemson now 2 points away. And they started the third set down 5-1.
Very steady, and right now when Lukianova and Liao are out of the front row, Miami's going to have to figure out how to get some points because Clemson's taking full advantage of that kill coming.
Oh, tough break for Clemson that time. That was a header that careened out of bounds.
Usually Soleil one-on-one gets a kill, but guess what? There was a close block and a beautiful setup by your redshirt freshman, Angela Grieve.
Well, that point will belong to the Canes to make it 23-20.
That's the beauty. When you're a setter, you're in there to run an offense, and then also it's like adding cherries on top. You play defense, but right there, Vach with the stuff block, gotta feel good.
Touched it. Miami gets the point, and they're making a late rally here. 23-21. And Clemson will take a timeout.
When she doesn't know what to do, Lukianova knows how to work that line shot. She got caught a little inside. She said, hey, I don't really have a shot right now. Let me go line off the hands, trying to keep her team in this set.
Lukianova, the reigning ACC Co-Player of the Week, and having another outstanding match.
And you'll see in all these swings, she takes different shots. That's what makes her hard to defend. It even hits hard down the front of a block. Gosh, when you're 6'6" and hit as hard as she could play a nice professional career after this college career.
14 kills and 5 digs so far in this one. And we mentioned it earlier, it bears repeating. She averages over 2.5 kills per set, which is a massive number.
So she's going close to 3 if my Georgia Tech math comes in handy. close to 3 now with 15, in the third.
Good to see you put that engineering degree to good use.
Bob, I didn't have to use my fingers. How proud of you are How proud of me are you?
I was thinking of when we were researching our game, and we knew we'd have a chance to see Lukianova play. I couldn't help but think to my basketball friends about the great Hall of Famer, female basketball player from Russia, Yelena Semenova, who played a long, long time ago, but she was over 7 feet tall and one of the great women's basketball players internationally of all time, and in the Naismith Hall of Fame.
Well, I have a short niece that needs a little of that, so I'm going to ask her what she's eating. We got to get her ready for some volleyball.
23-22. Okay, Keeley, which way is this going to go?
I'm checking out front rows right now. Lukianova came to the front row, so expect about every set to go her way. And then Clemson's in a 3-hitter rotation. So I'm going Clemson to pull off this set because they just have a little more to work with in the front row.
The perspiration being mopped up gives everybody a chance to catch their breath here. This has been pretty intense.
It really has, but you're looking at the setup. You have Vach, the setter, in the front row. Hopefully you can run a play to draw everyone left and take Hannah one-on-one against Vach.
And Clemson now a point away.
All credit on that play goes to Coach Jackie Simpson-Cure. Walked over to McKenna Slavic, the setter, and she said, hey, let's establish that middle attack because that's going to help us now and then for the future of this match.
24-23.
Ooh, and now Miami has Liao and Lukianova. So this side out point is huge for Clemson right now. I like long down the line on this outside attack if you don't get the pass.
And the Clemson Tigers do it.
And the Tigers take set number 3, 25-23.
Let's take a look at that last play.
How impressive has Kate Long been on the outside? So many different shots. She's at the 10-foot line taking that swing to pull off the third set here in Derby Gym. Miami's going to have to pass really well so Vach can establish that middle attack again. And then Clemson, things are working. Just keep it up, McKenna Slavic.
Her serve starts this fourth set. Clemson will get the point.
You know, Bob, I had no idea how mentally tough these young freshmen on the Clemson side were going to be. And watching them live, they're just so clutch.
Well, Keeley, they tell us they're freshmen, but maybe they were in some hidden team developmental program somewhere, and they're maybe a little bit older than we thought. No, I may not be kidding. But they're playing wise beyond their years.
Yeah, with our USA Club volleyball system right now, kids are starting at like 8, 9. So that by the time they get to college, they're playing at top level. Even though you look at McKenna Slavic, the setter for Clemson, she won a national championship with her AAU team.
And think, Keeley, of what these freshmen have had to go through. You know, many came in early in January. Campus shuts down in March. You're
Right.
away for 6 months. You restart. You don't even know if you're going to have a season. Part of that mental toughness you were talking about. Lukianova continues to pile up impressive stats tonight. 15 kills and 5 digs. And look at that hitting percentage. And McKenna Slavic, the setter for Clemson, outstanding.
Yeah, 15 kills by a hitter by the third set going to the fourth. Very impressive. At it, number 16, right, Bob?
Yes, absolutely. That makes it 3-2.
The beauty about Bach on that set, getting her hips turned to throw up a ball nice and tight, and that's a hard one to defend if you're libero. Maddie Howell.
Nice dig. And another powerful swing of that right arm by Lukianova.
Now this is the chess game you see in volleyball. So Lukianova on her previous swing takes it to the deep corner, hard to defend. She recognized the libero was probably going to shift to that deep corner, so let me cut it a little more inside, a different angle. The second kill to drop for her in this set.
This time the Tigers block it. Another try, blocked again, but it drops in.
And Ani Clark for Clemson was stepping in on Lukianova's swing, and actually, so that's a middle going against your outside hitter. Touched the 2 balls in a row, but that third one is dropping. I mean, we talked about Lukianova, how good she was going to be, but watching her live, I just love to see so many different shots by an outside hitter.
4-3 Miami. Fourth set. Clemson ties it.
So when you go up to block and are falling, because gravity is going to take you to the floor, your hands are still in the air. So if you can, as a hitter, catch a blocker falling, you can get those redirect of the kill off the hands.
Well played.
In Spain, we go inteligente. That was really intelligent. On that drop inside, testing the off blocker. And Lukianova, former right side, she did that a lot last year and knew it was open today.
Point to the Tigers.
Sometimes you get an A for effort going in for the pancake, that flat hand defensive dig that both teammates are trying to do, but the down official and the up official was all over that ball, dropping to the floor. So if it touches any part of the floor, it's considered down. Even if you get your fingers on it and the floor, that point is considered down, and you see it purely touching the floor on that ball.
Miami. Even though that was out on Kate Long, she continues to impress in her collegiate debut.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if McKenna Slavic goes right back to her, but only if it's a bad pass, because right now she has to establish. Finney, here comes a bad pass.
Kept alive. And then dropped in nicely by Miami. Madison Dill.
Madison Dill stepping in, just staying disciplined at the net, knowing that was the third contact, and then stayed with the ball and attacked it over.
Miami trying to force a fifth and tie-breaking set.
And this is when the nerves come. And when you're young and you're on the freshman side, you've been playing well, and then it sets in like, oh, we're going to win, and we might beat the 12th ranked team. Oh wow, and you settle into what the game means, and you make a couple of those errors.
Much like they did at the start of the third set, Miami comes out roaring, and they go up 9-5.
Miami is a different team when they can set their middles and establish that attack. It opens everything up. So they're saying the blocker, Kalaniavalu, touched the antenna as she went up, and they're calling that ball out.
kept alive.
You get a net violation, it doesn't mean anything for that. But Finney going up, making big swings. That's our best rally of the match. That ball went back and forth 11 times. And Finney with the kill. Great dig, but your teammates got the net.
Kate Long serving. Come the Tigers.
Coach Franklin told us, watch Cameron Hanna on the outside. She touches 10-8, makes with long arms, makes big swings when the game is on the line.
Point Miami. 10-8.
Kalani Avalu, when her team needs her, she is there, because right there, Vak was looking for somebody to get a kill, and Kalani Avalu, and hopefully she can make it up even with a top spin serve right now.
Into the net.
I might have jinxed her. I mean, I might have.
I think you heard.
Maybe.
I think that hit the antenna.
Correct, out of bounds by the antenna, exactly. And this is what happens with Miami. When they break down in their passing game and the setter's off the net, the blockers for Clemson know that the ball's going on the outside, so the outside hitter is totally clamped with two blockers.
And that time, Savannah Vaught. Let's see.
So we have an overpass, and the referee called a net violation. If it caught her arm on the way down, the net violation is going to go against Miami.
Yep.
But she's fighting for that. Let's see if she remembers if she touched net or not, because from this angle, I think she did. I did that a lot, actually, when I turned. So when you go up to block, you track the ball, because you're right on the ball, but you turn identifying that the ball is going over, and you penetrate hard, but on your penetration, if you don't pull those arms back, you do catch the net. I've been there, girl, I get it.
Well, the debate continues. And now, you see Savannah Vaught going over. You know, on the replay, it looked like she pulled those arms back.
If it catches any part of that forearm or hands, and I always say, if the net is a wiggling, you lost the point. Yeah, so watch how the net starts to bounce as she falls. And it's clear that number 24, Cameron Hanna, did not touch the net. So somebody, one of those two had to. But I love the challenge call right now. Use it, Coach Gano. Give your team a little more time to regroup.
Call the big challenge by Miami.
Pretty crucial point. See what we can see here.
That feels so good when you actually get the block, but her arm definitely caught net coming down. But in one way, you feel good because you got the stuff blocked, and then you turn around looking right away, and you saw her eyes turn right away to the down.
regulation, so it's 11-10 Clemson. Colleen Finney serving. 12-10.
That big point offer after a long break, and Clemson comes down with the point. And Miami really fought for it. Did the ball catch the blocker's arms of Slavic to get the redirect? Let's see if that one gets challenged, but they might have already run out of their challenges.
Great effort, but Tigers get the point. They go up 13-10.
And Slavic, I'm telling you what, the credit goes to her, mixing up the offense, getting all hitters involved. You're working with young players, but thankfully, Ani Clark, you've played with for a while. That connection going down for a point.
Substitution back in for the Hurricanes.
Angela Grieve going back to serve.
She's going to have to put on a few serves on Clemson to get the momentum, because right now Clemson's siding out at will.
She can do it on offense and defense.
And great setup. 6-6, stepping in, pretty much going solo, even though there's another blocker up. Had her number.
And again, Lucia Nova as the U rallies to tie at 13.
In a free ball. You knew that ball was going to Lukianova. Watch Bach eyeing out one-on-one. Lukianova with the seam kill. What? That was a great bump set.
Lukianova does it again.
That's some want-to. Look, really, when she's in the front row, Miami looks good. And we said it early on, Grieve is going to have to put some serves together to get the momentum on their side. Lukianova's in the front row. This is the time to go.
Miami. And we've got a break. Fourth set. Canes. Rally time for Miami.
Lukianova does it defensively. Coming down, bringing momentum for her team, and then on a free ball when she's in the front row, Bach knows she's going to the outside. Lukianova for another kill. She is racking it up. Miami is back in this match.
The serve belonging to Angela Grieve. Grieve twisted her ankle early in the match. Has stayed in. Now Clemson will get it with the point and their serve.
That was a big serve right there. Fortunately for Clemson, it went their way, but you're right, Bob. Lukianova's in the front row for 3 more rotations. A lot of balls are going to come her way.
Oh. Tell you what, you gotta stand in. That's like taking a fastball.
I think I'm watching a lot of NBA right now. When you go Anthony Davis, when he's on his game over anyone, balls are going down. He's swishing. So same thing with Lukianova. The height advantage is there. The finesse is there. She puts balls away when she gets the right set.
And Clemson is going to take the timeout. 17-14 Miami as they try to force a 5th and deciding set. Elizaveta Lukianova putting on a show tonight for Miami. These two teams will go back at it again tomorrow afternoon at 4.
Yeah, that's even more. You learn the team and can come back and work on things. So honestly, if Clemson can pull this match off, you're gonna wonder, hey, can these young players come back and do it a second night? And then for Miami, Lukianova is carrying the team right now. Somebody else has got to step it up to pull off this match tonight and roll it over into tomorrow.
It's interesting for these are both young teams, to be sure. It'll be interesting to see how they do come out tomorrow. Particularly for Clemson. This is your first match. You've been spending weeks and weeks in anticipation. You've had matches canceled, postponed. You finally get a chance to play. You get out there, and they may win this thing, but now you got to regroup in less than 24 hours to get right back at it against the same team.
Right, and like we said early on, anything to play. You really just want to play, so you appreciate every single point. And yes, the mental toughness of these young players really going to show itself tomorrow.
Hope you can join us at 4. Okay, here we go with Miami and Priscilla Hernandez. And Miami. Clemson unable to return it. 18-14 Canes.
Those are momentum killers. When you serve and get a point out of a timeout, when Clemson's trying to pull it back on their side, Hernandez stepping up big time on the service line to cause that ball to drop.
18-14.
And you're looking at this serve-receive lineup right now. Maybe Ani Clark is going to get the ball, but I like this outside hitter matchup.
And Lukianova got blocked. It's still alive. Second try, hammered. She gets 2 swings in 1 rally. She's pretty much going to put it away on the second one.
We talk about the mental toughness of these young players, but what about Lukianova taking huge swings? Not one time, but the second time going down for the kill. Just great leadership all around from this redshirt senior. Come on now.
Hammer time.
She took that ball on the inside of the 10-foot line. Not too many hitters can do that unless you get the right angle. Lukianova 6'6" with the perfect set delivery by Vaught. That's one you want it when you're in 20 years down the road. You replay for your children and say, hey, mom could play.
And now Miami really starting to pull away, up 21-14.
Transition and throwing the changeup. Lukianova identifying the defenders would be on their heels out of respect because she can pound, and dropping a soft shot, roll shot in the middle.
Miami native Priscilla Hernandez serving. And she's got that low line drive that Clemson's had a hard time returning.
Timeout called by the Tigers.
Clemson timeout, 22-14, the Canes.
So we have Lukianova doing a great job in the front row, but major credit goes to Angela Grieve and Priscilla Hernandez on the service line for Miami, keeping this Clemson team out of system. You see the scramble happening. You see these young players, trying to pass the ball, but these are really good serves coming at them.
Redshirt senior has dominated this match at 6'6". So strong, so versatile, and we're seeing a lot of in the bag of tricks too.
Look at that footwork even to transition. Lukianova working deep shots. The beauty about her, she can do it all, blocking, defensively, even she can transition at times. is just beautiful how she mixes up those different shots, keeps the defenders guessing which angle she's going to take. And gosh, when she's in the front row, you have to stay away from her because she's going to block and get the ball for different mix-up of her shots.
And she throws that dead fish changeup. Right over the top.
Right? Drops it quickly.
25 kills.
So you look at hitting percentage, it's a lot like a baseball batting average. So check that out, 488 on the hitting percentage. Usually the highest hitters percentage go to the middle blocker. She's doing those numbers as an outside hitter. That's incredible.
Great job by Hernandez. 23-14 Miami. How about the dig here by Priscilla?
Staying alive in the air for that save, and then guess who's getting the kill to finish? Vok just knows who to set right now to finish off this set. It is Lukianova.
th kill. Hernandez, Keeley, has worked that same spot on each serve. And another hard hit by Lukianova. And Miami's a point away.
What'd you say, 2 weeks ago she was ACC Player of the Year?
Of the week.
Of the week, yes. If she can put back-to-back matches like she's doing today, tomorrow, watch out, you're going to get another one. Wow.
And Miami takes the fourth set.
On that save, only being 6-6 with that long reach, she made the save. When it's going your way, it is going your way. Lukianova with the save. To Slavic, for them to beat this Miami team, she's got to mix it up, set that middle attack, reverse the flow. Let's see what they got.
Miami won the coin toss, electing to serve to start the fifth, and here she comes. But this one goes wide.
Nice first swing, but Clemson just happy to get a point and a miss attack by Lukianova.
Cameron Hanna serving. And he gets it right back on the service error.
The nerves settle in. This is your first match. A five-setter in Clemson in a Tiger uniform. Cameron Hanna, you've been doing it all match. Just keep it up, settle right into your game.
And a reminder that we played a 15 in this fifth set. Quick thinking.
Number 19, Maddie Howell serving.
3 straight service errors.
Yeah, 1 miss attack, service errors. This is the nerve settle in fifth set. Even that set was a little high. I almost want to say how cute, but it's not that cute when you want to win a match. Like, oh, they have nerve. They're nervous. But
and that is in. Lukianova denied at the net. What a block.
Soleil Thomas and the close. A beautiful close by Colleen Finney. She's like, hey, I'm a freshman. I'm not nervous. Let's go. Let's do this.
3-1 Clemson. Lukianova comes back and finds a seam.
Bob, that was the biggest point for Miami because they have not been passing well. Look at those passes off the net. That was a bump set by Vok, and Lukianova just remembered where the court was open on Clemson side, so decides to just place it there instead of pound it. You know what I would love to see right now from Clemson? A crossing play with Soleil Thomas coming up the middle.
Savannah Vok serves. Clemson's point. Again, we're seeing the stellar play from freshman Kate Long, number 10.
And in this front row, Slavic is going to go another time to Kate Long, so hopefully they can push points if you're at Clemson.
Well, that time, Miami sets up Liao.
Bob, this works for Miami almost all the time. Like going to Liao right along that net. She's a high jumper, and Liao going for a cross-body shot. You get a kill there for Miami. That's got to open up some game for you if that connects again.
Miami gets the point as Angela Grieve, fearless after the ankle turn earlier in the match.
Bob, guess of this play, watch this kill. Who's going up to swing? Who digs the ball? You got Lukianova picking up the dig, Vok with the set, and then through the block, Grieve for the kill.
Miami, one more try, and this one goes long, or was it, let's see. And Miami's going to get that point.
You want that one back if you're Clemson. That was a net violation when the ball from Grieve was going long. How badly you want it back? You catch the net on the way down. That's some want to in your block penetration, but just a little too much by...
Point to Clemson. We're 5-5 in the fifth.
And this is the best one, the challenge call. This is my favorite, actually. So when the hitter hits and they call, the referees call a touch, it's an honest challenge call. So you go to your coach, yes, I touched it, or no, I did not touch it. It's pretty obvious because you physically can feel if that ball touched your hand.
Kate Long serving.
Kate Long doing it. You have 10 kills and you come through with a huge ace in the fifth set. Mental toughness is all over you. I can just see the competitor that Coach Michaela Franklin recruited to rock out today. Another great serve.
And it's out. 7-5 Clemson.
That ball had multiple times where a kill could have happened, and Clemson just staying disciplined, staying tight, letting that ball go long. And this is what happens with Miami. Lukianova's not in the front row. If you're not connecting with Liao, you have to create more offense.
And there she is, right on cue, Keely.
That's who's getting you kills with Lukianova in the back row. And now you're just holding your breath to rotate it one more time because I know, wow, that's about 12 feet back. That angle going down, Liao. Ow, ow.
No chance on that. 8-6 Clemson.
Finney showing up in the block and then coming through with the kill. Slavic taking risk offensively, establishing that middle connection in the fifth set.
We are back at Derby Gym in Clemson, 8-6 in the fifth. Colleen Finney with the serve and stepped on the line. Oh my.
Yeah, that's a hard one. That's like, I remember watching the Wimbledon and Serena Williams stepped on the line. That's the one you just simply want back and go, you know, I can do that serve again.
No do-overs. It's going to be Miami serving. Point to Clemson.
That's when you're just holding your breath a little bit. You see Miami's out of system, and you're watching things unfold, and you just hopefully think an easy ball's coming, and then she hits it long, and you just breathe.
And the Tigers now creeping up on the match victory. They're up 10-7 with Slavic serving.
Slavic has a lot to work with offensively, so Clemson staying in system. She's doing a good job mixing up the offense. And then for Miami, gosh, the two offensive players, Liao and Lukianova, doing a great job putting balls away. Hopefully they can get the ball more when Liao comes back around, but Greaves got to put this ball down.
Tremendous dig by the libero, and that is going to be a set here. Greaves with a touch. They got it over. Wow, this is terrific. Great block. Point still up for grabs. And Clemson gets it. Boy, I got to go back to Maddie Howell's dig early in that rally.
She kept the play going for Clemson. And check out this tip. And just comes over. But watch Soleil Thomas to finish out the point. Here we go. Watch this free ball pass. This is what I want you to see. Right side, beautiful. The center didn't even have to move. And then you get the set for the deep corner. Kill. Going up 11-7. That's how you do it. Soleil, pass to attack.
And the Hurricanes will take a timeout here at the Fields. 11-7 Clemson.
For Miami, they have one more rotation, and Lukianova's back in the game. So this side out is the biggest one of the match. And you got to go with Greaves on your outside.
And it's out. Point to Clemson. 12-7.
That's the matchup. Great scramble. Soleil Thomas diving for that ball and then just throwing an off-speed shot to your setter. Vaca wants that block back, but Clemson happy with the point.
Kate Long. Tremendous reaction. Does it again, but this time it goes beyond the reach of the Tigers, and Miami gets the point. 12-8.
Kalani and Valu taking big swings, realizing, hey, my Clemson block is going to commit, so I need to put the ball away. Maddie Howell just playing off the ceiling like no big deal. This is what we do in the gym. And then Kalani and Valu for the put away.
12-8. And it is going to be out. Wow. Miami's going to get that point. Lukianova's back in, and you can tell right away.
The minute she steps on the court, you knew where the ball was going. And then she got a beautiful set by Bach, just tightened off along the net to work a hard angle down. That's how you do it. Every ball's going to go her way. For Clemson, you just have to side out. Keep the score in your advantage.
Lukianova with 30 kills, but this one makes it 13-9 on the service error.
So this is the do-over right now. You have Hannah with the serve. She missed the first one coming out, but I guarantee this one is going over, and not an ace, but just over.
Tipped. And the Tigers now up 14-9. A chance to win it. Match point coming up.
The one-handed save by Slavic to her middle, and the cutback tip throw by Ani Clark puts Clemson within 1 point and match point.
Hannah serving. Oh, and that keeps hope alive for Miami.
But that was a good serving risk right there. It was low and flat. She just caught the top of the net, but you saw it was an aggressive serve because she knows the score was on her side.
Hernandez serves. And this one is out, and Clemson has the victory. You're looking at a happy bunch of Tigers as they beat a ranked team for the first time in 9 years. Wow, what an effort.
Coach Michaela Franklin has got to feel so proud of this young squad and the head nod and the listening that these players have bought into her program. Clemson Tiger fans have got to be happy. This was a great performance by the team.